This video is brought to you by Manscaped. Stick around to hear more about their new product and the discount they are providing to the entire upper echelon community. Okay, the title might look like hyperbole, and it might be hyperbole a bit, but it actually might not be as well, and I find the whole thing pretty funny, so let's get started. The biggest publisher on social media is trolling me through copyright abuse. Maybe. How could that possibly be true? Well, first things first, who is the biggest publisher on social media? The answer to that is fairly complicated, but when you discuss raw metric viewership in specific platforms like Facebook or YouTube, there really is only one name that comes to mind. Funny thing is, for most people, they have never actually heard that name. I myself had never heard that name till I got a certain email, and when I say it right now, almost every single person watching this will say, who even is that? The name is The Soul Publishing, and The Soul Publishing, in its entirety, combining all relevant channels, is the largest publisher on all of YouTube or Facebook, with 400 million Facebook followers, 500 million YouTube subscribers, 45 million TikTok followers, which isn't even relevant for today, but they have that, and 55 million Instagram followers. Remember that whole war between PewDiePie and T-Series over who could get more YouTube subs? Well, T-Series is now at almost 200 million, I believe. Remember that children's rhyming channel called Cocomelon, which was thrown into the news as the fastest growing channel on the entire platform? Well, in combination, The Soul Publishing has more than twice as many YouTube subscribers when compared to T-Series, and more than twice the average monthly growth when compared to Cocomelon. It's spread out across multiple different channels, yes, making it a bit of a different creature here, but it is a global entity that has 500 million followers, far more than that actually, but maybe they didn't update their website recently, on one platform alone. So how does this relate to me? Pretty simple. I woke up, I checked my email, and I had this little number from one Anna Turner, who works for AdMe Ltd, representing The Soul Publishing, I think. Now, I had to actually rewrite this entire paragraph and re-record it as well, because originally I doxed the phone number and email address on purpose. But when really thinking about it, that could just be used against me to hurt the channel. And there's a sponsor in just a minute, so I had to be quite a bit more professional than that. The content was pretty straightforward. You are violating our copyright. Now contact me on WhatsApp to avoid a strike. That's a threat, and I'm not going to jump through hoops to contact some bitch on WhatsApp, so I replied, tell me a video and a timestamp, and we'll go from there. I haven't gotten a response yet, but I don't even need a response to make this video, because once I saw that The Soul Publishing was effectively threatening a strike through AdMe Ltd against my channel, I wanted to check out who and what they really are. Alright, it's time once again for a sponsorship from Manscaped, because they've long supported the channel and helped make the content possible. Any frequent viewers will already know about their all-around performance package featuring the waterproof Lawnmower 4.0 with its LED light. That's typically what I focus on in these integrations, but for today they actually have a new product called the Refined Body Wash. This is a vegan formula men's body wash with no dyes or harmful chemicals whatsoever. You can opt into the Manscaped Peak Hygiene plan for monthly or I think quarterly refills as well, and the body wash rounds out a comprehensive product line of men's care accessories, making it a perfect addition to anyone's shower. There's a combination of aloe vera and sea salt ingredients for a balance between moisture and tough cleaning, plus it's convenient to use, it smells really good, has a great texture, and well-crafted packaging. If you use the link down below in the description, plus code UPPER at checkout, you can get 20% off your order, plus free shipping. Again, link down below in the description and code UPPER to get 20% off your order with free shipping as well on top of that. Big thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring the channel. First things first, I checked the raw message data and the header info to make sure that the email was real. Short answer, it seems real. I can't guarantee 100%, but this is not a spoofed email or some kind of low-grade falsification as far as I can tell. AdMe Ltd is a real company at the listed address. It is in Cyprus, and the Soul Publishing is run out of Cyprus as well. So yeah, kind of lines up. It's a Russian company, but all of their operations are headquartered in Cyprus, which further lends credence to the validity of this email. Perhaps. Okay, so assuming it's real, what would I have used that is owned by the Soul Publishing? Easiest answer would be probably YouTube content, so let's check that angle. Even without a timestamp or a video title, it should be pretty easy to check what type of content they produce across their 200 plus channels, and from there extrapolate what kind of video I would have maybe done or used or put something in that contained their copyright. Yeah, so it turns out that almost all of their content is one of three things. It is either A, do-it-yourself mini projects that do not work and are often dangerous, B, actual gibberish, such as colorful skits and kids shows that don't even have a cohesive narrative, or C, ripped-off content that copies other channels. Obviously, I'll need to explain, and I will also show under obvious fair use protections. I will fight this if and when they try to strike this video down as well. I will show the examples of what I'm talking about. 5-Minute Crafts, their largest property or channel, and the sister channels, there's a bunch of them, the sister channels for it, which is like 5-Minute Crafts Kids or 5-Minute Crafts Girls, whatever it is, are a collection of flat-out lies. They will show things like how to make popcorn a unique and interesting way, where it says, put a whole ear of corn in the microwave, and it will come out as popcorn. What? They even use visuals of this, and it was summarized very well in a BBC Response video, which proves that they are just making things up, saying it's a DIY craft or trick, and posting it to YouTube for hundreds of millions of people. Another example, they say melt gummy bears and pour it into a cup as jelly and then eat it like jelly. Nope, categorically does not work. Just like most, if not all of their content. And yet they grow and make more and more and more, like a soulless content producing disgusting machine gun. Another example, one of their videos about cleaning shoes has them making a kind of like wrap thing for the shoe after it's really dirty. But not only is it an idiotic concept, they used a different shoe at the end for the demonstration. And the different shoe isn't even the same size as the one they started off with. It has to be the worst YouTube content I've ever seen in my life. And there is no way in hell I would ever, have ever, or will ever use their stuff again outside of this particular video. Last thing on the DIY crafts, which is a lot of their content, it's not just that they don't work, and most of them don't work. It's that some of them are actually dangerous. There's a petition on change.org, not much recognition or traffic, but it's there, claiming that they had videos, 5-Minute Crafts that is, using large amounts of activated charcoal, even ingesting it in some of them, which leads to nausea and vomiting. There was also a video of theirs that contained a trick where you bleach strawberries. Yes, bleach them, as in put them in a cup of fucking bleach, and then they turn white. They don't say, now go eat them, but I'm pretty sure this was like in a 36 food hack type video or food tips or whatever. It is incredible to me that this type of trash is garnering hundreds of millions of subscribers. This does speak to a much broader problem with the food hack industry, just based on how it's just trying to go viral each and every day, and they don't care if it's true or accurate or safe or whatever. Like how some of these viral food tips channels will tell you to pour melted caramel over an egg beater that is spinning, which will splatter sticky molten caramel all over you and the room, easily giving you third-degree burns and actually fusing into your skin. It's basically like napalm in a way. It's awful, it's dangerous, and it should result in immediate channel suspension completely. But it doesn't, and there's tons of this type of stuff all over YouTube. Anyway, that's their first pillar of content, and there's no way I could have ever possibly violated their copyright on that one. So what's number 2? Their second pillar is actual gibberish. I'm going to play 50 seconds of it for you right now as a reference point for critical discussion. I will be scrolling around the page every 10 seconds or so as a countermeasure to their automated flagging system, because if this is going to get claimed, which I believe it will, but if it's going to, they are going to be forced to do it manually. Whatever keyboard monkey over there that does it, you need to hear me when I say, this is fair use. You know it. I know it. Your content is shit. Don't pick this hill to die on.
Colored plastic here. The first step is melting it down. I just need it to bend a bit. Ooh, it's hot. There we go. Add some hot glue to the end. And attach it to the other piece. Ta-da! Hey! Huh? You can have these. Need a new pair, huh? They fit pretty well. Wow, cool. Here you go. Thanks, man. This is how you watch a movie.
That was about 50 seconds of a video called Trying the Squid Game Honeycomb Candy Challenge, How to Get Popular in Jail by 123 Go. And it's one of hundreds of videos they have produced every single month that are just as much, if not more, ridiculous than that. These videos are very obviously aimed at children, and yet cover topics about like pregnancy, jail, crime, and more. It's oddly reminiscent of the time when videos were being fed to the YouTube Kids app, titled Pregnant Elsa Fights Pink Spider-Man While Hulk Joins In with Guns, or similarly idiotic titles. And the videos were just skits with like bad costumes of a pregnant pink Spider-Man making out with Elsa, or all sorts of violent and sexualized garbage. It was kind of a problem. The sole publishing feels like a very logical progression on that concept, that weird, predatory, manipulative concept. It's toned down slightly, but it's horribly made clickbait purely designed to gain access to algorithmic recommendations. Like, that's its only purpose. It's awful, and again, I have simply never used content like this in a video ever. Lastly, their final pillar here, content that is ripped off or copied. Here's an example. Brightside, their third largest property, I believe, and 123Go was their second or their fourth, I don't know, it's one of their largest properties, produces videos like this one. 11 illegal things you do every day, posted on January 30th, 2018. Well, that video contains items like using a fake social media name, or streaming TV shows, or, hilariously, copyrighted content where they even talk about fair use. Except this video was posted just 4 months after this video by The Infographics Show, which contains most of the same exact items and is titled Illegal Things That You Do Every Day. By itself, maybe that's not enough for you, so why don't we also check out the thumbnails? Is anyone going to say to me with a straight face that they didn't copy this? Because it's pretty obvious someone did copy this. I don't have the time or the energy to go all the way back through their tens of thousands of videos. They post hundreds to numerous channels every single month, but they are quite clearly borrowing content. And even when they diverge from manipulative, falsified material, it's still horribly low value, and I have not used it ever, any of it, in my videos, period. The sole publishing is referenced in numerous different articles as the most explosively growing publisher on either Facebook or YouTube. They've basically built an entire empire here, a media empire. They are beating out even major companies like Warner Brothers or Disney right now. But for all their targeted kids content and flat out fake tips or harmful tips, we haven't even mentioned the other angle yet, which is literal Russian historical revisionism and political advertising groundwork. The sole publishing had a bit of a run-in with controversy recently when one of their major channels, Smart Banana, I think it was, Banana something, posted videos about how Russia gave Alaska to the United States as a gift. Wrong. That is a flat-out lie. Alaska was purchased in 1867 from Russia, which marked the end of their attempts at expanding trade into the Pacific coast of North America. Or, even better, quote, 12 countries that may not survive the next 20 years, end quote. That's the title. And on that list was America, because of deeply divided political values. And then another one where countries were being projected into 2050 in terms of like territory and growth, and they had Russia as a near global dominating superpower that had somehow taken over China and all of Europe. Want some more? Okay. The sole publishing also had a bout of experimental political ads where they, and this is required to be released by Facebook as per some regulations, I think in like 2018. That's how it got known and written about by a couple of different journalists. They did experimental political ads where they did A/B testing on political images aimed at adults in the United States on Facebook. These were tiny little projects, okay? Keep that in mind, with $5 here and $5 there. But why is a major publishing company, a Russian company based in Cyprus, with who even knows how much money flowing through their accounts, doing $5 A/B testing phases for political ads in the United States specifically aimed directly at adults here? What exactly is this company? Even better, there was a video on one of their channels that described Stalin, and I quote here, the video is now gone, deleted, I think. They described Stalin in the following way, quote, "The second leader after Lenin's death was Joseph Stalin. He started to recover the country after the revolution. Joseph reformed the country. He took the wealth from rich people and the property from the middle class and united all of these people with poor ones in the collective farm and the collective property. Russian Robin Hood. Bang." End quote. So add that one to the pile because apparently colorful content spam aimed at kids, political testing ads for Facebook in the United States, 5-minute crafting tips that might hurt you and are basically all lies, and praising Stalin are all part of the same content loop now. Honestly, I am incredibly careful about what I show in videos. I'm very conscious of who and what I discuss. And I don't do like the Reddit reactions or the meme compilations, so I am acutely aware of all the clips that I download, that I choose to click download on and use. And I'm not in a position where I have hundreds of different bits of copyrighted material that I have to keep track of. I actually have a very short list of videos that are even in danger of being copyright claimed at all. And any ones that aren't on that list that get claimed, I know for a fact it's false. I don't know, like I'm very careful about this. And yet the sole publishing is coming at me over a video they didn't even name. They didn't give a timestamp. And they want me to go use WhatsApp to have a chat with after they threaten my channel. No. I do know of a few companies in Cyprus that might dislike me a little bit, owing to certain videos and coverage topics, like 1xBet, who is headquartered there. And after I posted about their horribly shady past, a partnership between them and various esports figures or industry players completely blew up. I'm not stating a direct causal link here, like I did that, even though it happened right after that kind of blew up based on coverage that me and a couple other journalists did. But if they saw that and they wanted to attack my channel because of it, I would kind of understand why. Plus, they are also in Cyprus. And there's a couple more situations like that, to be honest, but I never used anything other than screen cap recordings of public websites and fair use snippets of ad material to go over who and what these companies are. Like Crowd1, a giant MLM scam, 1xBet, a global betting infestation, and some others, yes, but honestly, I've always been very conscious of what I put in these videos. Bottom line, I will absolutely fight them, legally speaking. I will absolutely win, and I will absolutely enjoy it because they seem like a subpar company with subpar content and subpar ethics. I have no problem drawing that line in the sand, and they will lose on this. Anyway, that's it. I wanted everyone to know and be aware because why not? It's content. If you want to support, check out the links down below. There's a YouTube platform alternative, a Patreon alternative for $5 a month, merchandise, another creator to check out. Like, there's a whole bunch of links down there, plus more. Like Manscaped, support, click that link, buy from them. But I'll cut it there and stop rambling. As always, thank you all for watching, and have a nice night.